Hi, Pastor Nathan Decker with your hashtag Better Together devotion for today. And this week, I want to focus on marriage. So, as a pastor, I'll be honest with you, I've done lots of weddings, but a lot of times we focus more on the wedding ceremony than we do on the actual marriage. In fact, a lot of young couples will take months and even sometimes years to plan their wedding ceremony. You know, the big day, all the friends are there. It's going to be such a great party afterwards, but they don't take as much time planning for their marriage. One of the things I love to do as a pastor is to spend time in premarital counseling. And the first thing I always tell folks is that this is not about whether or not you should get married. Rather, it's about preparing you for your marriage and helping you plan intentional paths and intentional habits that will help your marriage be successful. One of the first statements that I often try to stress to young couples is this, is that a big part of what it means to be married is not just saying I do on the first day, that is the day of your wedding, but also waking up every single morning and saying I do again, saying I will be faithful again, saying I will do this through better and through worse. One of the big issues that we have, that we struggle with today in our world, is commitment. And commitment is something that we shirk from. It's something that we kind of shrug off and say, oh, I don't need to be a part of that. And granted, there are instances when people should no longer be married. I mean, there are things that happen that, yeah. And a lot of times as a pastor, I'll be honest with you, I've handled the other end of this too. And most often by the time they come to me, to be honest with you, I'm doing damage control because the marriage ended a long time ago. It's just the divorce hasn't begun officially yet. So to stay married, to really be strong in your marriage, is to say I do every single day. To wake up with the attitude that says that, I'm not going to quit. Failure's not an option here. I'm not leaving. So often we have relationships that are fickle, in that we allow this thought to come into our head that, well, if it doesn't work out, there's always another chance. Somehow I can always just get a divorce. And if you begin a marriage with that, if on your wedding day that's where you're at, if you're not putting your all into this, then yeah, you're sentencing your marriage to doom already. You're not allowing the fruitfulness of what commitment can offer. Commitment is saying, I will be there, thick and thin. Commitment is saying that I won't threaten things. I won't allow this to be in my language. I won't walk away with somebody thinking that, oh, I'm really truly walking away and permanently. But I'll stay in the conversation, even if I need to take a break in another room. I'll stay in the relationship. I'll stay because I'm saying I do on this first day. And I'm saying I do every single day I wake up. When I wake up next to, there's no more makeup. Or when I wake up and I'm the one who's at a loss because I've done something wrong. Saying I do every day is what really makes a marriage work, not simply saying I do at your wedding. This is Pastor Nathan Decker encouraging you to find commitment and to stick with it and be committed to it by saying I do.